All right, welcome back to Just for Sport, our big segment of the day. Hayley's comments. Hi, Hayley. How are you doing?
Hey, I feel like I need to go shooting across the screen. I'm good.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm doing very well. Coming from America, you're in Japan. I'm glad
Good to meet you.
yeah, we decided to switch, right? Now I'm waking up. You're getting ready for some sleep, but
Some
glad
sake, Jumoke.
some
This is
sake.
this is Japan in the evening.
Okay, all
You
right. You
wind
getting
down with
ready
some
for?
sake.
Can I have morning sake so we can, be in unison? That's
Start
probably
your
way
day
too
off
early.
right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's-
Power hour.
okay. All right. What do we have today?
Oh my gosh, what don't we have? Like, it just seems like the less sports that we have going on, the weirder the world is getting. And what does that tell you? Like, things are just out of whack. So college football. Big mess. The country is so divided here. So right now we know the Big Ten and the Pac-12 are planning to push to the spring, and I know that's wishful thinking. The SEC might still play in the fall, but we need to talk about the players themselves, the guys who are going to be impacted the most by these decisions. Um, they're going to lose a season to get scouted if they don't play. How many guys are going to end up opting out and just preparing for the 2021 draft? What are the impacts here on the players, the poor student athletes?
Yeah. I think the biggest issue for me is I think we need unison. We need everybody together because this problem, as you mentioned, goes beyond just a college football season, whether it's fall or spring. We're talking about the draft. Maybe the NFL needs to come in and say, hey, look, either we'll postpone the draft a few weeks or understand that you may not be ready for the draft because you just played a season, or maybe they push up the draft to come right at the end of the season if they do get to play in the spring. I also think we need unison because you can't have the Pac-12 and Big Ten saying they're not going to play, but then the ACC and the SEC, they're saying they are going to play no matter what. Well, the ACC came out with
That's
actual
how we get
schedule,
the minor leagues.
right?
That's how
Like
we stratify college football if that were to happen.
we just can't do it, Hayley. It doesn't make sense. And I
No.
think that, you talk about a Rose Bowl. We talk about Lou Holtz saying, comparing it to D-Day and the Rose Bowl between the, like, what are you talking about? But the Rose Bowl would essentially go away the way we know it if they don't play each other as well. I mean, that game is over. The history, 1946.
Here's the thing. We have a lot of proud Americans, as we should. I mean, this crisis needs to unify this country, but we are allowing the pursuit of patriotism to get very diluted. And by saying this is the patriotic stance to take, we have to have college football. We need to sacrifice X, Y, and Z so college football can live on in 2020. It's a bit of a reach. Now, yeah, there are a lot of kids whose careers, whose lives, whose talents are so astronomical compared to your average Joe. They're going to be put on hold, brought to a halt, just their hopes and dreams killed. It's horrible, but how far can you really take the patriotism argument? Now, economic impact of some of these college football towns, if this college football season doesn't happen, and we already know in a lot of towns it's not going to happen, is going to be huge. Think about how many small businesses rely on, having wing night for a game, having just the bar open, having Thirsty Thursday, whatever. Tailgating, everything throughout the week building up to game day, and then tailgating and all that. I mean, who are gas stations going to sell Four Locos to?
Four Locos too. There's no doubt that this is not an easy decision to make. I even get the hashtag we want to play. And I put on social media, well, the hashtag that should come first is wear a mask. And I put that in context of
I have one somewhere.
you have a mask. If we had worn a mask from the beginning, maybe we would have a college football season. So for any of whatever the demographic is of people out there that are like, oh, we should be playing college football, let the kids play. Well, if as a country, we all said, hey, if you wear a mask, then we have college football. I don't know. Maybe if our president had put that out there in March, April, if you wear a mask, we'll get college football. Maybe it would have been a good thing. Maybe more people would have been unified to say, okay, fine, we're going to stay indoors. We're going to wear a mask. Everything's going to be okay. Because as you mentioned, Hayley, the people who are going to get hurt, the list is so long. You don't even know where to begin. That's why even the college and university presidents and ADs their heads are spinning because they cannot make up their mind what is best for the interest of the country first, team second, right? And if you're religious, some people say God, country, whatever the case may be. We know that college football, if you talk about another list, has to be somewhere down on that list.
Maybe not in Alabama, but
maybe not in Alabama.
God, college football. Very millimeter. I know. It's so tough. And then, this is spurring a lot of debate about compensation for student athletes, or at least giving them a stipend. Because if you do want to demand that they're on campus, this is something that stands out to me, Jumoke. If you want to demand that these athletes are on campus and risking their health, potentially coming into contact with one another, we don't know how secure any bubble protocol could really be on campus.
Yeah.
Are their scholarships going to change? The value of their education is going to go down. Tuitions are going down as learning moves online, but I don't see the percentage of their scholarships going down, but their labor is still the same. They're still going to be putting in the same hours, put at the same disadvantage, not able to spend in the library or working a second or even first job to get some money to scrape by. I mean, this is bringing up so many different debates, and that has just always been simmering in America, like possibly compensate these guys or give them a stipend. I mean, I can't imagine life on a college campus with just the team having to play in front of empty stadiums. I just can't.
Yeah, an empty stadium, an empty campus, because there are no students, period. And I know that it's easy. Well, the first thing is that college football probably pays for a lot of the other sports. But to me, if you're a football player and you're just saying we want to play, I hope you are not just saying that about you and your football team, but you understand that there are other athletes that are also involved in fall sports and will want to play as well. Who are you speaking on behalf of? Because it sounds like in many ways, then you're just talking about you, which is not borderline selfish, but more just that, do you really understand the big picture? Or did your family member, friend, maybe even a potential agent that you read something online about how this could affect your draft stock, Trevor Lawrence, and that's why you want to play, because it's affecting your draft stock, versus understanding that all athletes want to play. Everybody wants to come back to life. It's just not possible. It's just because you're at university, you think you're better than the kids' parents to say, I know how to quarantine or keep my kids safe? I don't know.
A lot of people, a lot of really self-righteous people with just kind of off-the-wall opinions here. All right, can we go to a happy topic?
Okay, happy topic. Here we go.
All right, let's hop in a time machine.
Okay.
Jumoke is, we'll say 7 years old, okay?
Seven. Okay.
You're writing fan mail to an athlete. You're sending something off. What did you send?
I sent something off to Cal Ripken of the Baltimore Orioles. He is my favorite baseball player of all time. I am asking him if I can come and throw out the first pitch.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to tell Justin because that's new information to me. I thought Justin.
Really? Okay.
I thought Justin was your favorite.
Oh my gosh, but you said 7. Justin now.
Serious nepotism. Oh, that's true. Okay.
Yeah. Right, Justin now. But back in the day, we're in the time machine. It was Cal Ripken, and it was like, oh my gosh. Yes, and the funny thing is, to tell you something crazy, my wife's favorite player is Alex Rodriguez, and we joke.
I remember you telling me that story.
Right. Our first son, Taj, was born on Alex Rodriguez's birthday. And I said, she loved Alex. Probably still does secretly. She's like, oh my God, she's so amazing.
He's no Jumoke.
Jennifer, it's like, oh my gosh, like I can't compete with Alex. I don't know, but realistically, no. It's like, so Cal Ripken is my favorite. Alex Rodriguez is her favorite. And so for us to kind of come together, the best thing would be, I want to be on or as a shortstop. I mean, I was even heartbroken when he moved to third base. I was like, no, he's the greatest shortstop of all time. So it is Cal Ripken Jr. that I would send fan mail to.
All right. So that extended his career, though. Then I got to see him as a
Very
kid.
true. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we're going to pivot because Barry Sanders, imagine you send Cal Ripken your fan mail. You send him a card to sign. It never gets answered. You never hear from him again. It's just a shot in the dark. All right. That happened with about 150 kids who sent letters to Barry Sanders. Yes!
What?
Letters and cards and memorabilia for Barry Sanders to sign and send back. Decades ago, someone found in a storage closet all of this fan mail that was never opened.
Wow.
And so Barry Sanders connected with these kids who are now adults sitting in their basements listening to podcasts and all that. And we caught up with where they are now. And like, it's mind-blowing because I can't imagine. I'm trying to think, like, I know my mom would write to John Kruk for me and my brother, right? What would it be? And it's so cool seeing like what these people turned out like, and Barry like giving them a message, now. It's so cool. But like, what a class act. Like,
I mean, this sounds like a reality show, a documentary almost, where you could have had him show up at everybody's home, give them a Barry Sanders jersey, or have lunch with them or something like that. It's just so neat, especially because what Barry Sanders means to Detroit. I feel like Joe Walkowski. I wish that one of his letters would have been in there. I know he's a big Detroit Lions and Pistons fan, but like, he was going too soon. Like, he and Jim Brown should have never had to leave the game when they did. And I'm sure part of it is they wanted to, but I just feel like, oh my gosh, this is just, Barry Sanders is so beloved. And for that to happen, it's just beautiful. And I hope that there is more that they're going to do with this story. And it's not just a where are they now, but turning into something where they go back to the season when they wrote to him and talk about where he was in his life. I don't know. I could go on and on, Hayley. This is awesome.
This article that digs into it shows like these childhood pictures that were sent off. I don't think I ever sent an athlete like, a Polaroid from summer camp, or something. But nonetheless, so cute. I mean, this is chicken soup right here, so just drink it up. I mean,
Oh, that's just wonderful. My second place would be Dennis Rodman. And I would write a specific letter to him and ask him for my jersey back.
Wait, so you sent him a jersey?
So a friend of mine was like, she was like, I'm going to this party. I think Dennis Rodman's going to be there. I stupidly gave her my Dennis Rodman San Antonio Spurs jersey. Her story back to me when she didn't bring it back was, he took it. And I was like, what do you mean? He took my jersey? Yes, Dennis Rodman took my jersey, probably signed it and gave it to somebody else who's enjoying a Dennis Rodman Spurs jersey. Meanwhile, my heart was broken. Oh, my gosh. My heart was never broken by Cal Ripken except for he retired. But, getting that 2,131 games played streak when he broke that, that made everything fine. I'm good with him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Dennis Rodman. I'm so interested in that whole North Korea situation that maybe it was a bargaining chip somewhere.
Possibly. Who knows? Maybe Kim Jong-un has my Spurs jersey. It's in North Korea right now.
He's a little rounder than you. I don't think it would fit. It might be hanging off the palace.
Yes.
All right. Sticking with some happy stuff. The Suns Players Family video, the intro video that played in the arena. So the NBA players are in a bubble. They're not able to see certain members of their family, their friends. They can't see anybody. And that is so hard, especially when you're going through the grind of a season in such uncertain terms and you don't have the comfort that you're used to having. You have your wife or your kids back at the hotel waiting for you maybe. Well, that's not the case. So during warm-ups, they're standing there in their huddle and they see on the screens their family and their friends announcing them. And if you didn't tear up, you're tougher than me because I teared up.
You did?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Like, yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it was just, And Monty Williams' family.
Yeah.
Both.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, after Monty Williams losing his wife, and then to have the kids all there saying it, I feel like I remember him looking at it and like keeping his head down the whole time, because I think he probably would have gotten way more emotional. I feel really guilty because I had a little bit of anger or disappointment because Cam Johnson went to Pitt first, and they were like, from University of North Carolina forward Cam.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. He was a Pitt Panther first. Come on. Then he transferred and wins a national championship. Like, oh, come on. But it was really nice. I did love it. I did. Who was your favorite? Who, like, when did you tear up at? I'm gonna guess you teared up with Devin Booker.
Yeah, the special friend, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do wish I didn't see like a lower third or anyone like anything identifying. So you had to kind of go back and research like what all the connections were. And that's the thing. That's how fragile I am emotionally.
Yeah.
I'm just crying and I don't know who these people are necessarily.
And then, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank here, but I'm going to say it anyway. I believe Bridges was the player. His mom, she announced him, and he's from Philly and was drafted by the Sixers and traded to the Suns. I probably have it wrong. Somebody's going to say, you don't know basketball. You totally forgot. Sorry if I forgot, but I think that's exactly where he went. I meant to look that up before we started. But it was just so wonderful. And to see everybody there. Ayton was a surprise, because I think he was the first one who was surprised to see his little sister. His reaction. I wish they would have done the whole team like that. I think.
But we know how that works, you know? It's like the starting five, like you only have so much time.
Yeah.
And so much patience when the guys are all juiced up and ready. And I shouldn't say juiced up, when they're all hyped up and ready to go.
Basketball, they don't juice.
I don't know if it would have worked out.
Justin doesn't juice either, by the way. Justin's just all muscle and strength.
Oh, gosh. Like, I was thinking about that. I feel like that would distract Justin.
What? Really?
I think we had like one game. We had like Bark in the Park and like a dog video. Like our dog was on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
And I was like nervous. I was like, Justin's gonna.
He's trying to concentrate.
He keeps the blinders on, but nonetheless. Even like at the games, I'm worried about Jimmy like yelling out to him. And
because I'm sure he can. He could almost hear him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, that was so wonderful. Maybe we'll go to the next topic. I could go on about this, but I wish maybe like when the players were subbed in, you could have said their names or something. But shout out to everybody in game presentation. Our good friend Chelsea Flew is down there in the bubble. She has been shining, and at first I think they were going to have her do some wizard stuff only, but now she's staying on through the rest of the
good for her
to the finals. So I'm happy for her. And yeah,
and glad we know she's safe in the world. We're worried about all of our friends out in the world, and we know she's safe in the bubble.
She used to guide our ship on the Amex show. Chelsea,
there we go.
Special in our heart.
The good old days.
Yeah.
I can still hear her voice in my ear.
Yeah,
the most calming voice.
It is. It really is.
Next time I'm on the verge of a panic attack because of COVID. Chelsea, can you count me down here?
Yes, yeah.
How much time do we have in the back?
Chelsea.
Just to report it.
Yeah.
Right. Golf. We got to talk about golf. Do you love it? Someone says that there's a second coming of Tiger Woods. Do you love that, Jumoke?
I hate it. I hate it with a passion. We could go down the list, another long list of players that were like, oh, they're the next Tiger Woods. Stop it. Don't do that. Just let Colin Morikawa enjoy his win and leave it there. Did you know who he was before he won the PGA Championship?
No, I did not. I did not. But, I mean, golf is having a moment. Golf is, first of all, so cool for this kid.
Yeah.
He got a tweet from Jack Nicklaus, and that man is just cooler than ice.
Mm-hmm.
I think you were there once. I did a story on Jack Nicklaus. He had a benefit. He and his wife do a lot of charity work in the D.C. area because he's that golf course, Creighton Farms. Yeah. And, oh, my gosh, I have never, like, I don't think I get starstruck, but, like.
You did?
Roger Clemens was there, but I was like, but Jack Nicklaus is
the bear.
Like, he's got a presidential air about him. And it's like, everyone's no one turns their back to the queen. No one turned their back to Jack.
Jack.
Right? Jack Nicklaus. tweeted at Colin Morikawa his congratulations. So only Tiger, Rory McIlroy, and Nicklaus have won a championship at the age of 23. So good company.
I think it's great company. Great company. We are in, and maybe we are not in the era. Maybe I don't know what it was like back then and paying attention when I was a kid, but I feel like we anoint people too early these days. We prop them up before they have a chance to be who they're going to be. Even in the LPGA, Michelle Wie, oh my gosh, the talk that she was the Tiger Woods of the LPGA and she's going to revolutionize the game. And not that she hasn't, had a solid career, but has she been the Tiger Woods on the LPGA? No. I mean, where we go? Rory McIlroy.
I hope for the sake of her love life that she hasn't either.
Yeah, very true. Good one, Hayley. Good one, Hayley. I mean, we could go down the list from Rory McIlroy to Dustin Johnson, Bruce Koepka, all of these players that we have all said that they are going to be the next Tiger, or that this group of young players.
Like Brett Snedeker or someone like that. Like just everybody.
Yes, anybody. Anybody who's young and wins a major, you're just like, oh yeah, they're going to be the next Tiger. Stop it. Just stop it.
Yeah. Poor kid. Don't even build a ceiling for him. Let him set his own ceiling.
Yeah.
No precedent, all right?
Well, because you said it right? Look, Jack Nicklaus to Tiger Woods. It just doesn't happen that fast. They are generational, special, unique players. You cannot the next day say that someone else is going to be that player again. And by the way, since I brought up Bruce Koepka, I'm glad he lost. He was trash talking, destroying his boy, Dustin Johnson, saying he only won one major. And then he bombed on Sunday. That's what you get.
It's real good stuff.
Yeah, real good stuff. WWE type drama on the golf course.
So yeah, golf is seriously having a moment with like young, and here's the thing, it's not forced, the excitement surrounding golf, because we have all this easy betting. You can do it from your couch. Props Network plug right there. And like these amazing graphics. You had Tori Smith, a former colleague and friend of both of ours from Monumental Sports, who's now with PGA. You had him on the podcast when like in March talking about.
My third podcast was with Tori Smith talking about the tour and what was going to happen in the future.
It's so interactive.
Yeah. And I mean, they have to, but then I feel like I said tennis, but golf is probably the next best one to be social distance. I mean, they're fine now, outside of they can't bring sponsors and stuff and have all of these people there. But golf is gonna.
Well, okay, so it's August right now, and we know that the Masters late fall isn't going to have any spectators. I mean, it's pretty much a given, but to this early in the game call off having spectators, it's kind of a dagger when people are still holding out hope for college football. I don't know how you would even socially distance a crowd at a golf tournament.
I think you'd have to have those hockey-like barriers, which I know is ridiculous, but the boards and the glass, and then in between holes, you'd have to have like a tunnel, like a little bubble that the players walk through from hole to hole. That might be the only way. But a tournament like the Masters, like I put on the rundown and I said, you know what, I shouldn't do that. We'll check in with maybe the Tour Junkies has a better answer for this. But is a PGA a real major? Like realistically, the only one where you're sad is really U.S. Open and the Masters, and maybe the Open, the British Open are the three where it's like, oh, no fans, that's sad. PGA, I'm just like, okay.
I think because of the circumstances right now, because we don't have much to hope for, it didn't really cross my mind. I don't think it's ever really crossed my mind that is it or isn't it, but I think that argument is out there. Yeah. For sure. But maybe those bumpers, those blow up bumpers that you see kids put on and like knock each other over. And that's like people get so hammered at these events. That's probably good on so many counts, because you're looking out for like bodily injuries too, and just like a lot of mistakes that can be made
Yeah.
out there on the golf course. So maybe that's what needs to be done. I think it could happen.
You could have a contest for like only 10 people that get to go. And
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's people who would shell out the big bucks who've been
they
doing
would.
nothing all year and have that kind of cheese to just
Money could go
drop
to
$1 million.
charity. Yep. Yeah.
Augusta. So some pop culture buzz. I'm upset. I'm upset about this. The Fresh Prince of Bel Air is coming back, but as a drama. What?
No. No,
It's
no, no,
so
no,
awkward.
no, 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 no. It's
Like,
very
how
awkward.
do you even write that show?
I
Unless
am,
it's satire. If it's satire, okay. Like,
yeah,
kind of,
I am blown away by how genius the idea is. But I am also, I have anxiety thinking about how many other shows. It's starting a whole new trend, a whole new genre of these shows. And for the sake of argument, I'm going to stick with the reboot of 90s shows that are going to have a twist. And I just want to say that Family Matters did it first in season while their show was going on, where they had Steve Urkel and then they went with Stefan Urkel. He was like the alter ego, and they went with like a different
I have a
storyline.
story about him.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. We pause, pivot. What's the story?
Okay, so what's his name? Steve Urkel, whatever the actor's name is. I kind of blew it off. So I was in college and I was doing that MLB gig. And just multimedia like around the game. So celebrities would come, or if someone had like, a big milestone in the game, I'd do like pregame, postgame
Yeah.
content. And anyway, so I interviewed Steve Urkel, and you know how it is when you're trying to just get a sound bite, and there's people who are just like looking at Twitter real quick. They don't know who the guy is. Like, he's not wearing his glasses. So
Jaleel White is his real name. Jaleel White.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was trying to bait him, like the great journalist I was at 12 years old. I was trying to bait him to say, "Oh, I'm with Steve Urkel." He looked at me like while the camera was rolling, and I was like, "So who did you play?" I sounded like an idiot, but I was like, "So who did you play?" Like hoping he would play along.
Yeah.
He goes, "Is this your first day of journalism school?" That's a sound bite, not the one I'm looking for, but man. A tasty soundbite there. I don't want to make myself the story, but
right.
Left is salty. Like, come on, how many of these appearances have you done by now? Are you just so sick of being Steve Urkel that you resent having to do that bit when you make an appearance? I don't know.
Hayley, he doesn't have a career. Like, his career died the second he took that show, which was probably the happiest moment he had in his young career. And he never knew that would be the end of his career, because I'm sure, he's going to be a star. He's going to do movies and television show. And it's like, nope, it's Family Matters. And
I bet you he's on Cameo. Just doing
he's done other shows. It's just, he's never, Family Matters is almost a hype.
He wouldn't do it though. You know how he had like a couple lines. Did I do that?
And yeah.
Whatever, he wouldn't do it for me. I guess it was so overdone, but now he could probably sit down and make a couple like selfie videos on Cameo and make a couple grand in a day just doing that. So I don't feel bad for him.
No, but I mean, could you imagine Saved by the Bell having a reboot, a different world? I mean, there's so many shows we could go on.
This Is Us or something. We don't need that.
No, and then flip it around. What if you took I'm trying to think of a 90s drama and flipped it around and made it a comedy.
Seventh
Heaven. It turned into a comedy. Like,
but that writes itself. I mean, with everything that's come out about the
Dawson's Creek becomes like Schitt's Creek. Like, like, it's just, there's just so many ways you could go with this. Yes. It's too much. I don't think I could take it. No, I couldn't take it. But I will say kudos to the guy who started this. Morgan Cooper is his name. I got to go look it up. Okay, I'll look it up later. But yeah, I got to give it to him. That was quite creative, though, in the little trailer they put together. I do like it. Yeah.
Getting some more mileage out of your scripts, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them do it with The Office. Make that a
serious show.
A serious
A serious show.
We can go back to Monumental and just do it.
Yes. I think if you did The Office, you could just have the drama between Pam and Roy and Jim. I mean, oh, that would be nasty.
Yeah. Make a Sparks movie.
I mean, that would almost be too serious, but like the mental anguish that what was Mindy Kaling's character?
Oh yeah, Kelly
And whoever. Why can't I remember BJ Novak's character? Ryan, right? That almost like mental abuse. Oscar, coming out like that could be. Oh man, we could write this show.
Honestly, yeah. Let's call NBC.
There it is. The Office. The Office reboot. Okay. I think you should put that on Twitter, Hayley. You should get it started right now.
Well, I don't want to put it out there because creative minds will grab it and they'll have more gravitas. And
then we get our show.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
All right, baseball. This is a weird one, but I saw this on Twitter and I just had to bring it up with you while we're talking about weird things. The Astros Giants, Zach Greinke on the mound, was calling his own pitches. What? Like he was signaling like, two for him. Like I guess that's like his cutter or whatever. Like it's coming. He just be like, so the batter like knows what's coming.
Okay. I thought that Max Scherzer was like the best, just like, I'm just going to come at you, tough as nails pitcher. But I got to put Zach Greinke above him because it just as you're saying, who says, I'm throwing you the fastball right now. You're not going to hit it. And the catcher's like, okay, all right, let's go. Like Zach Greinke, that's amazing.
The pitch, you know what's coming.
Just like, it's amazing. I wish we could have Justin on here and just say, Justin, what would you do with that? Like, I don't know. That's just so amazing.
He would just swing away. He knows what's coming. I mean, it's no fun. There's no nuance. Like,
I just think I don't know how better you can get with just having like I'm better than you.
Yeah.
I mean, somewhat Russian roulette. Just like, you know what? I'm just going for it. And I've had Zach Greinke on many a fantasy baseball team. He was one of my favorite pitchers. Yeah.
I mean, I've heard great things about both of those pitchers as people, and you got to be weird to be an athlete. And I'm not saying weird. You have to be a different type of person. And
you do.
I mean,
he's so weird. He's so weird.
But, I mean, he's faced both of those guys, and I'll tell you, I don't like being in the stands when he's facing an ace like that because I get a little nervous because they throw the ball pretty fast, and if one gets away. I mean,
but the bottom line is Greinke got him out. Greinke?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so my Zach Greinke story, it has nothing to do with, like, I think, like, baseball families all know each other, so we probably have tons of mutual friends. It has nothing to do with him personally.
Okay.
Justin's, like, second year in the big leagues. He posted a photo of us on Instagram, and you get hate from fans. You get weird stuff. Some guy commented, I don't know what Justin did in the game. I don't know if, like, he was a Braves fan and Justin, like, had done well against them that day, or if Justin, like, didn't do well for the Marlins, who he was playing for. But anyway, so the fan commented, "You and your Zach Greinke looking girlfriend need to go off somewhere." Right?
What?
And for the sake of not triggering our audience, so I'm not going to finish it. But here's the point. I read that and wasn't even offended. I was like, I look like Zach Greinke. He is my doppelganger. So
I got to look up Zach Greinke. I got to see. Okay.
Actually, I met one of my girlfriends is like somehow connected to the Greinke, like they played together, and I casually said, like, "Oh, I look like him."
Yeah. Really?
I was like, "Oh yes, I look like him."
That's your sister. That's your sister. Zach Greinke's like, that's my sister. I'm looking at a picture of him right now as a Diamondback, and he's got long blonde hair. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Facial features, like
Yeah. Okay.
it adds
Okay.
up. So Zach Greinke, my doppelganger isn't anyone exciting. It's
Oh
not
no,
like
it is
some girls
exciting.
have like Angelina Jolie.
Jolie.
And I'm Zach Greinke.
Zach Greinke. Oh wow. Okay. I see it.
Uh,
I see it. I see it.
all right.
Let's get you and Zach Greinke on is it ancestry.com? Maybe somewhere maybe somewhere
Also, you can
up in the
Swedish if
tree.
you've got any
Yeah.
Viking in them.
Yeah. I love it. I
A
love
lot of
it.
baseball blood for little Jimmy then.
Yeah, yeah.
You ready for our surprise topic?
Okay, I'm ready for our surprise topic.
Oh, man. All right, my secret shame, the show Love Island. Have you heard of it?
Love Island?
Yes.
Okay. Where is Love Island based?
Well, it started in the UK.
Oh, it did? Okay, where are they in
started
America?
In the UK, but on some like remote island off the coast of France or something. It's the original social bubble. Okay.
Yeah.
So like these people come in, all of these singles come in and they're paired up with someone. And it's like Big Brother, there's cameras everywhere, there's talking heads, like interviews, there's challenges, and people get voted off, and you always have to be paired up with somebody.
Yeah.
And it started out as British, so like I learned so much British slang. I mean, I watched this all last season when Justin was playing in Anaheim. This is all I did. So, like, I learned how to say like, oh, that girl's proper fit. That bird over there. What? She proper fit.
She proper fit.
You want to have a bit of a chat? I can't do it.
You're doing it better than I can. It sounds Australian but British too. I mixed
Palace,
the two.
So you should be able to do this.
Kensington Palace.
Oh yes.
Kensington.
Anyway, so we've been talking about leagues playing in a bubble. Well, guess what is coming back to America? Love Island at the end of August. The most important bubble in all of society.
In all of society is the Love Island bubble.
TV, your streaming devices. Thank goodness, because I need it. I need something to binge. But this is disgusting. I mean, people are just like, if anyone's going to spread contagious diseases, it is the cast of Love Island. But so here's what I want to know from you, Jumoke.
Okay.
If Love Island can successfully keep out COVID, would you say with a high degree of certainty that we can go ahead and play any sports season with a similar bubble? Now players can link up and match up like they do on Love Island, that's fine.
Yeah.
But no entry into the bubble, no exiting.
Yeah. No. I am very concerned for Love Island, which, by the way, I was on an island in Connecticut, and this guy was like, yeah, this TV show is coming to this island to record. And I thought that maybe when you were saying that it was going to be Love Island. But he couldn't tell me what show it was. He says, yeah, it's a bunch of singles coming together, and they're going to be, taping this TV show and obviously doing
this was my moment.
what knows what. Yeah. No, we went to Mystic, Connecticut, and then from there we went to some other island, and I'm sorry, I cannot remember the name of it, which is a shame, but you're surprising me with this topic, and I wish I could remember where we were. And he was like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be a secret, but this show is coming to this island. I don't know what the name of it is, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, here's my thing. And I'm glad you brought this topic up because I didn't bring it up. And I didn't bring it up because I said I didn't want to pivot. But we're going back to basketball.
Let's go.
The NBA is talking about bringing in families and significant others and
long-standing friends, which I would love to define.
Long-standing friends. Let me tell you something. If you thought Will Smith and Jada Pinkett had an entanglement, there's going to, I guess the entanglement was with the third guy too, which I don't remember his name, but there's going to be some August. Yeah. There's going to be some entanglements starting not in August, but in September. There will be entanglements because there's no way you can have a bubble and think that there's going to be something happening if you're bringing in family members And whether it's a wife or not, I just don't know. Because the thing is, in the beginning, yes, I want to say, as you're talking about Love Island, if you have the crew and the cast all quarantined for 2 weeks, they cannot go anywhere, and then they go on this island and they never leave, maybe it can happen. But in reality, as we've seen with baseball, the two pitchers that got in trouble for sneaking out, come on, you're telling me that no one ever, and I know baseball isn't in a bubble, but the players
Yeah,
like left the
right.
hotel when they weren't
But
supposed
still,
to.
same
You're
principle,
telling
kind of.
me, yeah, you're telling me that no one is going to try to sneak out, whether it's, hey, I just went to go get some food or some wings from Magic City after a funeral like Lou Williams did. Like, no, I just don't see it happening. And even when you were tweeting, people being like, oh, that's the end of the season. Now that they're
Right.
going to bring in all of these family members and
Supposed to go
girlfriends
to a
and
cabaret.
yeah, like, nope. So Love Island is going to be COVID Island before you know it.
Yeah.
I just don't see
Yeah.
it. I just
Yeah,
don't see
you're
it.
right. And it's really tough to draw the line, I'll tell you, with long-standing friends. That's
I
what
mean,
intrigues.
yes,
It's very intriguing to me.
because who are you? Come on, Hayley, are you going to question if somebody says, oh, yeah, Jane Doe, yeah, that's my significant other, that's what I'm bringing in.
Right.
And then you're going
No,
to have her leave and be like, oh, this Jane Doe number 2 this week. Yeah, I'm bringing another
that's
Jane
what is
Doe.
fascinating to me. And no one, like, baseball players are boring compared to, like, the life
Really?
of the field is boring. Like,
Then,
basketball players are huge celebrities and like, their lives are so exciting. Like, they date the Kardashians.
yeah,
If you can crack the starting 5, like, you have a chance with a Kardashian.
yeah,
And so, like, their lives are interesting to us. So stuff is gonna come out.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe like wives, fiancés are like, maybe if you have a kid and you really need to see her, because that's so
Yeah,
hard for the
it
kids.
is. It
And
really is. Yeah.
they don't understand why they can see daddy on the TV, but
Yeah.
can't give him a hug. And I know friends who are going through that, and it's really tough.
And then here's the other thing. Okay. Now maybe they all have it, but checking out the NBA Bubbles Twitter, they had a video of Dame Lillard showing off his penthouse suite. That needs to be rearranged, because if you're Dame Lillard and or just any player, if you don't have kids, you can't have a presidential suite. You can't, because you can't. You're thinking me with my wife and 2 kids in 1 bedroom? No. We get the presidential suites. If you don't have any kids, you got to go to whatever's the next level below presidential suite if you're a star like Dame Lillard, and go down from there. But I need the 2 rooms. I need the 2 bedrooms. I need the living room and the kitchen and all of that.
For that amount of time?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I had to adapt to hotel. I mean, you have to, traveling with the Wizards and stuff, but just in video games, and I like to let him video game after playing, and like, I pretend that I like to. God, this is too weird. Can I say it?
Okay. Yes.
But
It's just you and I.
I like to build a fort in the, like, I'll have a show. I would have a show the next day. I'd have to drive to DC, whatever, and we'd have a Wizards game. I would have to make a fort in the bathtub so I could sleep in peace, because I didn't want to leave distracted.
I could just see you sleeping.
NBA families sleeping in the bathtub.
No, Hayley, no, that's going too far.
So if you ever saw me like on a pregame show, like
my neck hurts.
I'm sleeping on a porcelain bathtub.
That's really.
Be a gentleman and come get me and be like, hey, I know you're having fun, like pretending you're camping, but
yeah. That's wild. And I imagine being in Japan, you're in a maybe not a smaller space, but.
They hooked it up. We have an American style apartment, and their impression of Americans is interesting because they think we need a lot of space. So I've taken advantage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You want to see how I've taken advantage?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's getting weird.
What's the
gift?
Well, that's a gift? That was a gift?
It's from Justin, a 6-foot tall teddy bear. I don't know, but
a 6-foot tall teddy
bear. The room. We have a wide open apartment. So
So you need an oversized teddy bear because we do everything big in America. That's what they're saying.
Oh my gosh, I don't even
What's
know.
the teddy bear's name?
Oh, he doesn't need one. I mean, he doesn't have one. He needs one, but
Yeah,
so,
Jimmy could give him a name.
yeah, he could.
Yeah, in due
The
time.
decisions that are made during baseball season.
Are you leaving it there in Japan?
I don't know. Jury's out there. I mean, what are people going to do with like 100-pound teddy bear? Apparently, you can get inside and wear it as a costume.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a nice Instagram photo. I think you see if we can get Justin in it, and then get you in it and put it side by side, and then auction it off for charity or whatever in Japan, and then that way they know it's a star-born, authentic star-worn teddy bear. I think that's what you do with it, because there's no way you can bring that back to America. That's going to halt you at customs.
that would look like smuggling.
Yeah. It would. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. So our time here's gone well.
Thank you, Hayley.
Thank you,
wonderful. I've enjoyed your comments. It's been awesome. And that'll do it for another edition of Hayley's Comments on Just for Sport. Ciao for now.